status was. Now, these coat of arms are not all just from Carinthia. Some of them are from overseas, from Germany, from France, from other countries in Europe. But these people had to have a residence in Carinthia for 6 months of the year, and they had to own property. They had to have a lot of money. So if you come back into the middle, we'll have a look at this coat of arms. The coat of arms were originally listed alphabetically. That's why we see the alphabet. For some reason, the painter wrote from right to left, instead of just left to right. We don't know why. Then, starting from the third row, they were ordered in a chronological order, because the date there was the day this city became a municipality. Then the first two rows, they didn't have that information, because the oldest coat of arms dated back to the 12th century. Some of these are just blank, white ones here, and the green ones green. Information got lost. Families have died out, and historical times coat of arms are in the blank. Now, if you look up, see, it looks like it's rounded, but it isn't. This is that. This is a three-dimensional painting. The top row is there in French. The bigger work is that. And also, if you stand in it, the columns are completely straight. But then if you move to the sides, they start to lean. Can you see that? Now, in the corners, up the top there, we have 4 rulers from the Habsburg family. Up there, you've got Napoleon I in the corner. Then Fahrenheit second, Fahrenheit third, and Fahrenheit fourth up there. Then we have two versions. Up there, there's a version with the mirror and the snake. Here we have a version of courage and Lola and the sword. On the right, we've got a version of justice with the dagger and the sword. And up there we have a version of freedom with the horse painting, dog, and medal. On the left-hand side of this wall, we've got the clergy, all the different churches in Carinthia, and also once we cross, there's a knight of St. George and knight of St. John. On the right-hand side, we've got the governor of Carinthia. Now, as I said before, the eldest coat of arms dates back to the 12th century, up the top there, and the last one down the bottom on the right was in 1918, because after the First World War, that was the end of the monarchy, and in Austria, if you do have a title, you're not allowed to use it officially. So that's the last time coat of arms was painted, 1918. This hall is used all the time. You can see there's some chairs for different festivities. You can hire this hall also for private purposes, for weddings, for example. The floor you're standing on is about 430 years old, marble from Italy. Also the fireplaces are marble and the door frames. Do you want to see the Hall of Regional Parliament? Just next door. Where regional parliament has their meetings once a month. The next meeting is on the 29th of September. They've just had a holiday break. Up there, that's for visitors. Anyone can come in and listen to this meeting. You don't have to book beforehand, and you don't get checked for weapons, because up until now back there that's for television and radio transmission. Down here, these used to be telephone booths, but now everyone's got a mobile phone, so they're usually left empty or interpreters sit in there. If a meeting is interesting, it's broadcast in other countries in Europe. The chairman of our government is here, and our governor, Jörg Haider, is over here. This painting up the top tells the story of after the First World War, 1918, Corinthian men came back and they had to start fighting again because Yugoslavian troops had invaded Carinthia and they wanted to annex a big part of Carinthia from Klagenfurt up to Pilas. So they had to fight. It took about 2 years. Here we see how they're receiving their weapons. Here the painter is showing us that people were poor, of course, after the war. That's why this one woman is sitting there counting her last few coins. And that woman with the empty basket is eating her last slice of bread. Now, the minority group in Carinthia still now are the Slovenian people. And up here we see Austrian people, Carinthians and Slovenians who lived here. They are all sticking together, and they actually, 2 years later, in 1920, there was a big referendum, and 60% of the population, Carinthians and people from Slovenia who lived here, voted that Carinthia stays undivided. So that's what we see there. 10th of October is always celebrated here. It's not a public holiday, but most offices are closed. So that's history, and that's in the background. And this is pretty modern in contrast. This is an outline of Carinthia. And here in the middle, these three colours are the Corinthian colours, yellow, red and white. Then over there, that's the sunrise. The blue is noon, here is the sunset, and that is the night time. It's in the foreground because it's the present. Do you have any questions? I think I've told you all you need to know.
Okay, the painting is this event, this fight, took place after the first or the second?
After the First World War, 1918. Directly after, when they said peace, no more shooting, Yugoslavian troops
Try to
annex. Yeah, exactly. There's one more thing. That painter is very well known here. This is about Lola. In the Second World War, this building was the main residence of the National Socialists. And he got a lot of work from these National Socialists, and he had painted here all around. There used to be a wall there. It was called a cycle, and the theme was that Austria is now a part of the German Reich. And there were lots of those swastikas everywhere. Anyway, the paintings were hidden behind another wall, and they were forgotten. And then when it was decided that there should be a gallery for visitors up there, of course, they destroyed the wall and with it one of the paintings. Then they checked along here and found these other old paintings. They were taken down in the year 2000, and now they're being restored, and they're going to end up in some museum. But not here, because the government here doesn't like to look at swastikas all the time.
Thank you.
Okay.
Okay.